Alright guys, Red here. Welcome to Red's Resort. Sorry for the bit of a long hiatus since the last video. Some stuff went down, they had 40s and blunts, you know how it goes. But I had sort of half finished the last community news before I had to leave. So when I returned, I thought I would put it up anyway, with just a few changes, and obviously I've taken out any of the old news related items around the end of the video. So I hope you enjoy. In this show we take a look at what's been happening around the verse, whether that be social media, Reddit, YouTube, etc. Then we'll take a wee look at what's coming from official sources to give you a lighter Star Citizen summary. Last time we ran a giveaway for the Cutter Paint Pack. We already drew that as I was going away for a wee while, but the winner was Human-Like Creature. Congratulations dude, hopefully that got to you okay. Next time we've got the Pembroke RSI Ivory Edition to give away. One of my own favourites here I must say. To enter this you must be subscribed. Leave a comment below saying what your favourite weapon is in the game. Right, now that's all out of the way, let's get over to Reddit to see what those deplorables have been up to. First up was this conversation started by user AcceptableBid1019. Basically the premise of the question is this: with master modes on the way and everything ship combat in a massive amount of flux right now, what is the smallest ship that should be able to take out an ERT Hammerhead solo? Now, as you can imagine, there were lots of particularly colourful and varied opinions on this topic, ranging from a skilled pilot should be able to do it with a mere handgun, all the way to, and I quote, even asking what ship a solo player should use to kill a 6-man Corvette warship. Is everything wrong with Star Citizen? So yeah, after reading through the thread though, it seems the actual general consensus seems to be anything from around a Vanguard up. So the Ares, the Constellation and stuff, the Eclipse and the Tally were mentioned a lot for obvious reasons. And I notice these would be roughly what you'd take right now, right? If you were to try and solo a Hammerhead comfortably. So a lot of people seem to still be hoping for something around the status quo, whilst obviously probably realising that the smaller ships should be pretty useless unless maybe they've all formed up into an attack swarm or something like that. Personally, myself, I'd hope to see landing somewhere like a Warden having a lot of trouble. Not impossible, so you could maybe still solo a Hammerhead and a large fighter, but it would be very difficult to pull off. And it would only be comfortable with, you know, a couple of ships and like 3 or 4 people minimum. Obviously that's all pie in the sky, and we'll need to see what the final balancing ends up like after armour etc goes in. But it was a great conversation, mostly constructive I'd say. On the whole I think people are starting to realise that when CIG gets all their ducks in a row, a single pilot taking out a 7-player fully crewed ship might become significantly problematic. Should be interesting either way. In other news, the Hornet F8C Mark II has been confirmed to be a 2-seater fighter. This was by user General Wetspot. Can't say I'm a fan of the view, however. Obviously rather limited in its use cases, but it could be a lifesaver in a tight spot, so keep that in mind. On a similar note, user iWerewolf has a short guide for getting to the cargo in the F8C2. Now, I'm not too sure why, in the holy name of Chris Roberts, we'd have to go through this rigmarole to access our own cargo on a ship that's just been released, but apparently this is intended gameplay it seems. So they extend the ladder and then jump up it and hop out of the cockpit, onto the nose, close the canopy, and then are able to walk up the ship and access the 2 SCU box on the roof. Obviously this wouldn't be a problem in 0G, but another person suggested turning the ship upside down whilst leaving it hovering a few metres above the ground. This allows you to both access the pilot seat and the SCU box as well. Now, I'm not sure at all what the thought process was here. Perhaps in the long run, when we're able to use tractor beams and hangars, this will make a lot more sense I suppose, as you can just hit the open all function before exiting the cockpit. The mind boggles at times. Next up we have what can only be called pirate perfection. Maximum profit zero cargo loss, minimum disruption, sort of. In fact, it's usual in cases like this for the victim to be stripped and brought back to life and dropped off somewhere, possibly even with a friend request exchanged along the way. Although saying that, I'm not entirely sure I'd have been too happy to be in this guy's shoes. That is a full cargo load, which is likely to be worth between 5 and 7 million somewhere. And that is just a really bad day for any citizen losing that much money in one go. Nightmare. And his timing and approach here was just so slick. He's got to wait till the elevator is down, but get him before he puts it back up. It's a very small attack window. Might get even more interesting if we ever have to start loading this cargo ourselves. Armin Versi uploaded a vid that seems to capture the beginning of multi-crew endeavours aboard an Idris. It's a really cool cinematic that's just over a minute long, pretty nice camera work here, and definitely fires the imagination for the near future, hopefully. I honestly can't wait for this. You and a couple of friends constantly living off an Idris, tuning her up, going out, doing a battle, hopefully against another Idris, launching fighters and stuff, coming back, patching her up, getting the engineering done, grinding some side job to keep the costs covered, rinse and repeat. It's going to be epic. Nice work on this, very well done indeed, guys. This next one is a bit different. It was uploaded by TBQ29 and it's called Today I Offer You a Quick Dive into the Heart of Crusader. And it delivers exactly what it says. And some of the shots here I really struggle to grasp how they were captured, and it's just this nice, chill, serene reel of footage captured in and around Crusader. But it's got this nice, lovely vibe to it, and it's just so relaxing. Certainly captured the essence of the big sleepy giant. As usual, links to everything will be below, so feel free to check them out. Last, there was a lot of memes going around involving Disco's phone. I've no doubt you will have seen a few here and there, pretty funny stuff. However, this one is definitely my favourite. I don't even know what's going through user Blunt 2020's head with this one. I just really hope that cow's getting milked and not being used as a speed bag. Anyway, moving on. On TikTok, I have to shout out a guy's channel called Pseudo Nick. Let me give you a taste.
You know what I want. I've been asking for it for years. You're gonna give me what I want, or I'm gonna continue to hurt people you love.
I'm not giving you a damn thing, Dave. I am not giving you a damn thing except the beating you deserve.
Right? It's just daft wee things, but they're just funny as hell to me. There's loads like that, by the way. I've never even showed you my favourite ones, but if you're on TikTok, get over there and follow this guy. Right, over at YouTube next, where we have Space Junkie, bringing us a nice little showcase of a voice control program called Emily. This is slightly similar to Voice Attack and the various plugins like HES that are available for that. Basically, you can assign a bunch of actions or macros that would normally be button presses to activate on specific voice commands. Normally people use this for some added immersion, something akin to having an AI aboard your ship or in your suit. Or maybe they lack a lot of buttons and this helps to reduce the load of having to remember hundreds of keybinds. Also useful if you have a disability and struggle to reach certain key combos and things like that.
Flight ready?
Pre-flight protocols initiated.
All ATC.
You are clear to launch.
From what I see here, the program seems to be very responsive and the software itself seems sufficiently advanced to allow a lot of personalisation. Space Junkie's vid is just him going around Stanton, trying this thing out, and he has a fairly decent 25% off promo code for the software if you like what you see. I've always used voice control in Star Citizen personally, and can definitely say it does add a nice extra layer of immersion to the experience. Next up we got a channel called Citizen Bob. This is definitely a bit new and a bit different, and I like where this channel is going a lot. There is plenty to get your teeth in over there, but the vid I came across was 5 lost features only old backers remember. And it's always been a source of fascination to me because I've only been around for about 3 years, and how the game was before that is something we very rarely get a window into. Well, this is exactly that. and it's presented in just the best possible way. Just some light-hearted, funny little sketches, and the whole channel's full of stuff like this, and it's a very refreshing take. Defo one to add to your sub feed if you like to fluff out all that Idris and Master Mode's drama with something a little more light-hearted. Thanks Star Citizen Stories for your work, dude, and letting me show some of it here. Casa Black has a video for you all about the fauna coming into Star Citizen. This is a pretty detailed look at what creatures we might see coming into the game pretty soon, and how that might open the doors on a technical level for a flood of creatures following that. It was pretty compelling, to be honest, and it's one of the things that I look forward to the most going forward in this game. I really feel like it would help bolster exploration and add some other threats into the mix. Anyway, if this is what floats your boat, then this gets into how the animation and stuff is done, and skeleton archetypes and stuff like that, so you should definitely go over there and check it out. Next up is Wolf DC with Captain Bud's Prison Stories. Brand new YouTube channel this one, and we join Captain Bud reliving a story where he was a barman at Grim Hex.
You're on your lunch break, huh? You want me to get you something to eat? I'll get you a burger or something, don't worry about it. Hey fellas, how's it going? So, what do you guys want? You want something? Maybe a drink? Or, you know what, just help yourselves. Just come on and jump over the bar like this. And just grab whatever you want, whatever.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, what? You want something? Did you want something? You want me to serve you? No. All right. See you later. Hey,
Ease up, I'm in the middle of something.
yeah, what are you doing? You're contemplating haircuts?
And, due to the very nature of that location, he inevitably finds himself having to accomplish some extracurricular bar duties, such as, you know, getting rid of a few bodies and the like. And I just found myself chuckling along. The main character is pulled off so well, and I was just drawn into this guy's story. It all felt very natural and quite roleplay-like, and you just so happened to be along for the ride. A lot of tongue-in-cheek as well, obviously, and it wasn't taking itself too seriously. Definitely my new favourite Star Citizen content. Great just listening along whilst you're doing the dishes or something like that. Outstanding stuff. Sliding right under the radar as well due to the newness of the channel, and it really deserves a lot more attention. Thanks Will for making these, dude. You've really got a knack for creating these characters, and I can't wait to see more.
Like I told the other guy there, officer, we don't have any waitresses or waiters here, so if you want something, you're just gonna have to go up to the bar and just grab it yourself. Even though, yeah, there you go. I don't think that, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I was standing right where you're going. Okay, all right, I guess maybe you're just looking for bad guys? Is that what you're doing? Hey, call me about those tickets, all right? Let me know. Just send me a little message on my, my little recording device here. Okay.
Okay, so we've got two blinding machinimas up next. The first one is called Aliens by HOTAS Studio, and it's exactly what you hope it is. Yep, the boldest attempt ever to capture the Aliens franchise in Machinima style. Does it pull it off? Oh yes, it's got everything. The atmosphere, the tension, the soundtrack, which obviously we can't show here, or 20th Century Fox will take your competition prizes away. Just imagine the glorious LV426 sort of soundtrack with some very well done voice acting. And of course, it's got the ships. I personally love this, and it's certainly earned my subscription. The bar for Machinima in the Star Citizen community seems to just keep rising every time I turn around. Truly exceptional stuff. Can't even imagine how hard this was to pull off. Thank you HOTAS Studio for letting me show this here. Last up, we have a guy who's in here so regularly, he should be taking royalties at this point. The ever industrious and talented Mr. Lens Nation. What's he got this time? Surely it's not another whole-ass Machinima. Not one based on the Dune movies. Except, the sandworm is a bottle of cruise. No, that would be preposterous. Right? Right? Or, quite possibly, he has. and it could be the craziest shit your eyes ever did see. I don't think I need to say or spoil any more here. You know where to find everything shown, just be sure to tell them who sent you. Right, screenshot showcase next. First up is this Corsair by Citizen of the Verse. Found this on the Twitter feed and it's an absolute belter. Nice shot, dude. Nice gritty feeling to this. Love it. Mazzetto took this next one featuring the Valkyrie. There were loads to choose from by Mazzetto and I had a bit of a hard time picking just one, to be honest. But his picks are always legendary and this is no exception. Spacing Out got this great shot of the Cutty Red chilling on this hillside. Pretty serene stuff. Just waiting on the call from another citizen needing assistance around Stanton. This last one is just mad, honestly. Points if you can guess where this shot was taken. This was taken by Mandark and I just love everything about it. The skin on the ship, the background transition, all works. Hopefully these will give you a few new wallpapers to add to your collection. Right, onto the leaks. Just be rattling through these obviously. A leaked image of a reputation icon for the People's Alliance of Levski has shown up. Apparently Levski has continuously received various updates to keep it in line with Stanton landing zones, including the medical area mentioned in monthly reports, as well as several additional hangars of different sizes, so I wouldn't take this as a sign it will be coming anytime soon. New flight AI is apparently off this scale. Reports are of it being better than human pilots at the higher levels, and being able to fly in formation and do manoeuvres together. New Gladius sounds, anyone? That honestly made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Mirai Pulse is incoming, which is a new Gravlev, I think. The Ursa Medivac has been mentioned in the files, and can I just say for the entire community, yes. So excited if this is true. There are reports of some implementations of Starcloth. It looks like DLSS is in as well. Helmet toggle to head or hip, and it looks like it might attach as well, so you will have your hands free. Also, some of the pouches are mentioned. These were attachable little pockets for clothes and stuff. And that's all we're going to cover today. Sorry if that news section was kinda short, I did just kinda add it last minute when I got back, with at least something a bit more relevant than what was in there originally. I'd like to say a big thank you to the patrons and channel members, Nils Gerdes and Spacecraft. You guys are awesome. If you know anybody looking to get into Star Citizen, please use one of the referral codes on screen now for some extra starting credits. Also, if you'd like to become a member or a Patreon yourself, you can bag yourself a few extra entries into the giveaways that happen on the channel. Links will be in the description. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching so much, and I'll hopefully see you next time. 07 guys.